You found TonyBasilio.com, home of the Tony Basilio Show. In just a few minutes, we'll be right with you with another award-winning, action-packed edition of your Tony Basilio Show. You found Radio Free Tennessee. Your Tony Basilio Show will begin momentarily. Keep it locked in right here at TonyBasilio.com and on your Tony Basilio app. And hey, do us a favor. Spread the word. Another award-winning, thought-provoking, action-packed edition of the Tony Basilio Show is coming up next. Tips are always appreciated here at TonyBasilio.com, home of the Tony Basilio Show. You found the Tony Basilio stream at TonyBasilio.com or on your smartphone or tablet. Another thrilling, chilling, and sometimes spilling edition of the Basilio Show is on the way next. Tips are always appreciated here at TonyBasilio.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340 WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
T to the B, welcoming you to another edition. Fired up and pumped to be along with you. It is unbelievable, Andy. We are stacked, jacked, and packed. Packed, stacked, and jacked. Stacked, packed, and jacked. Actually, I don't know what we're going to do today. But it's your Basilio show nonetheless. And I remain your fearless leader. And we are fired up. And Matt Diskin will tell you this is the fun time of the year. Diskin, how about the media days going on right now for your Big 12 and the fact that it's upon us, man? I mean, is this wild, Matt, how quick the summer went?
Yeah, a little bit. I guess we had the World Cup to kind of keep us entertained, at least partially for a couple of weeks there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fun time. I'm not the biggest fan of media days. I think they've there's no real use for them anymore, but
Nope.
It's still a fun thing. I thought it was funny that at the Big 12 media days, the players that were there showed up in full uniform with pads on, which didn't make a ton of sense, but that was kind of a fun visual.
Well, as if to say we're props, right? We're not people. We're just props. Because really, that's kind of what the whole thing is anyway. I often, when they had it in Birmingham, down at the Winfrey, which Sean Adams is right, that's the only place they should ever have the media days because really, Matt, it exposes the true ignorance of the Bammer. But do you think the coin ring guy knew that he was a prop for the SEC network when he was doing what he was doing? They're making millions. What do you think coin ring guy got out of his tank of gas that he probably took to drive from 2.5 hours away? What do you think they gave coin ring guy, Matt? You think they bought him lunch?
He might have got lunch a few times. He probably got a couple of autographs. Got him some airtime, which I guess is cool for him. So, but yeah, having it down there in Hoover was a fun deal. I went once, but it's become an SEC network production now, and it's not like information isn't available to fans 24/7
right.
that want it for their team. So that's why it's. I mean, you still have to have it for the PR and just to generate interest, but nothing kind of newsworthy ever comes out of those things anymore.
I thought it was really interesting, Watson talking about how the newly reconfigured Pac-12 canceled theirs. Who's going to be the first? Because I remember during pandemic times, both parties had basically on Zoom their conventions. I don't know why these leagues just don't do that. Just put it all online and the media people can go access it, and you give everybody access through a passcode, which can be done, and the fans can watch it and everybody can get it. It's the same thing, Matt. That would be the same exact thing, especially if you broadcast in high definition or 4K quality or however you want to say it, put it in the highest quality possible. Not that I'm a video person by any stretch of the imagination, but that technology exists, and here we are. Okay, so unbeknownst to me, but Laura, I need that link, please. She's slow on the draw today, man. I'm sending her link. She's not sending me links. But here's the thing. There's a guy out there who, and I don't know Joey Peterson from Adam, but do you know him, Matt, online, Joey Peterson? Does that name ring a bell to you?
I've seen this stuff pop up on Twitter before, but I've never met him personally. Don't know anything about him.
Well, he pulled one of our reports, and people do this, like the A to Z Sports Guy. And here's the thing I love, Joey. I love the attribution. I love that. But he was reporting on what we were reporting, and he said, at Tony Basilio reports Tennessee pulling out all the stops. on DGG. And this turned into like a kind of a big brouhaha kind of thing on Twitter with people going back and forth and back and forth. And I'm going to ask the living listener right now, and he put a link to our thing. So thank you, Joey. Here's the thing I'm going to ask the living listener 13 days out on that deal. Just a little fun summer topic before I direct your eyes over to, and Matt, have you seen the thing with me and the Argentinians back in 1996 on the blog? Have you seen me with my triple chin and full-headed look, Matt? Full head of lettuce.
I have not, but I'm going to see it in about 20 seconds. Now
You are, please leave your mic open when you click over there. I want to hear your reaction to it. That was at the 1996 Olympics when the U.S. played Argentina, the largest crowd in the history of Legion Field. The two things I'll always remember about that day, it was literally in the mid-90s. Laura and I were burning up. There was nothing around that stadium. We had never been there. There was nothing around the stadium. There was no shade. There was no place to hide. So I was in a semi-delirious state, and I walked up on some Argentina fans who had like a tent, and they literally put a drum on me and proceeded to march me around in a delirious state around the stadium until I almost passed out, Matt. They were going, yo, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. And they were hitting the drum. And he goes, like this, like this, like this. And they put an Argentina hat on me. Matt, they were all smoking. They were all drinking. They tried to get me to drink this really strong whatever they had. And I was like, guys, no, thank you. I'm all going to throw up as it is out here. That was really, really fun hanging out with those dudes. Kind of like Gary yesterday called in. Laura heard Gary's story yesterday, and she goes, you don't remember what they did to you? And I said, well, I guess I do, but I guess I don't. And there are the photos in there. We were way up high. We were up in the corner that got the most sun. The sun stayed on us till whenever, and literally people around us were passing out. It was brutal. I'll never, ever, 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 ever forget how I felt. Matt, what's the hottest you've ever been at a sporting event where you thought, my God, I'm gonna die in here? Because you were
the games in
Series.
Omaha are pretty hot. Because it's like an oven out there because the heat just kind of sits there and cooks you. I'm trying to think of football games.
Well, in Omaha,
probably one in Gainesville, like 07 maybe.
So unforgiving. There's something about, and I looked this game up. I looked to see what the temperature was, but they said that day had tremendously high humidity as well. There's something about that air in certain places that just sits on top of you. It just sits. I wonder how people with respiratory problems get through that, do what they do. But that Legion Field on that old stadium that was just concrete and steel, man, you want to talk about an unforgiving, just terrible feeling being in that place. But yeah, Laura, can you put that up on YouTube today, hon? Because my guy's got a good idea. Maybe put that up. People are cracking on me. Janoy Kresna said Joey Peters, a friend of the show. And some of you are cracking on the guy. I don't know the guy from Adam, okay? But here's the thing, and Matt will tell you this because people have taken his stuff. National broadcasters have taken his stuff and used it and don't give us attribution. And so when I respect somebody that puts your link to your blog in their deal. I respect that, Matt. The A to Z guys do that. I mean, yeah, people say, well, they're whatever they are, content farmers or something. People, I don't care. There's room for everybody out there. My petty jealousy days of I want to be the only one are over, man. I was that way when I was a kid. I really was, looking back on it. Like me and Mike Keith had a conversation last summer about that. And Mike said, yeah, I was pretty stupid, Tony. And I was like, yeah, Mike, so was I. Because we were really like inhumane toward each other. And so that's if you go over to tclub.team and you check it out, there's a couple of great photos. There's some beautiful photos of me and Laura too, and she won't put any up of her. She said, I'm not doing that. I said, put some photos up of yourself. No. But God, we look so young. I look like my son minus the marathons he runs. Hey, Bri, look at that photo of me. I got more chins and wins in that photo, Bri. I mean, I got more chins in a Chinese phone book in that photo, Bri. You know what I mean?
Some things, they never change, do they?
You mean I got more chins and wins right now, Bri? I didn't know that. I didn't know I look like that. Let me think. Hang on. I'm sucking in my chin right now.
Between you and Gary and his story yesterday, I mean, we're basically an Argentina show now.
Are you
Argentina post game?
Might as well get Messi on tomorrow.
Are you in the mix and in the hunt, Matt, with how great Gary's story was? How those guys made him take his shirt off?
Yeah, that's hilarious. Love it. That's really funny. Really funny. Great story, and just kind of how that organically just happens at sporting events.
Yes.
With people who will literally never intersect in life again, but
ever
that one day down there in Atlanta, that's really cool.
My brother and I in 1980, when the Phillies won the World Series in the old Vet Stadium, and you could do this back then because there were 66,000 tickets in the stadium. Now there's 40,000, but back then they built them way too big. And when you build them too big, you can get in for back then you get in for $1. So we would spur the moment, drive in to the city, and we call it a playoff atmosphere. Back then, only so many teams in Major League Baseball made the playoffs. And the Phillies in 80 came from the dead. They were 6 back in August. And they overtook the Montreal Expos, who had a great team. And they had to beat them last weekend up there in the old Olympus Stadium. But I say all this to say that on the spur of the moment, we went to in the month of September, late August, month of September that year, I bet we went to 7 or 8 or 9 games. And we call it a playoff atmosphere. And a playoff atmosphere is when a home run flies out and people behind you are jumping on you. And you're all jumping around together and you're turning around, you're high-fiving each other. And you're just in a crowd that's got great vibes. That's what Gary brought me back to yesterday. That is the payoff in sports. When you go to a sporting event, and I told Plaster this the other day, and I mean this, the thing that really kind of hurts my heart about sport today is that we're all partitioned off by class. You got the rich up there in the box. You got the rich down there in the good seats. Back in the day, anybody could sit anywhere because the seats were pretty cheap for the most part. So now you got people priced out. And I don't know where your ticket buyer, by the way, just for Danny White and everybody, I don't know where the ticket buyer of tomorrow comes from when you price everybody out. And I'm particularly talking about college football, Matt, and the way they do these students. Matt, you and I both know people who have had kids that go to school at Tennessee who have seen maybe 2 or 3 games in their college career, football games, on student tickets. Matt, am I lying? Am I lying about that?
No, they cut down on them, and I guess it's about seniority. And yeah, it's very difficult to get a student ticket to games now, which is just
a disgrace. It's absurd. Because I will ask anybody, why does this exist? Why does this exist? You know, why does this exist? Tell me why this exists. Tell me why. College football exists for those kids. That's what it should exist for. Because in essence, you're out there watching your fellow students compete in intercollegiate athletics. I mean, that's essentially, I know what it is now. But for Danny White and them to cut the student tickets down, and it isn't just Danny White, it's all of them. I mean, for all I know, that began under Dave Hart. But somehow we've gotten to the point where, and Matt, here's my question for you. If I don't hook you when you're young, when am I going to hook you, Matt, to spend all that money on those tickets? Like, when did you fall in love, Matt, with the Vols? How old were you? And you grew up going to games with Jack. But, you know, in today's deal, they're pricing out a lot of us. That's what they're doing now in today's deal. So where's the ticket buyer going to come from, Matt, when you're pricing people out?
Yeah, it's you're narrowing that pool, and you're I guess from Danny White's perspective, you're hoping you get a few big fish out of that, obviously, but no, the common fan is getting priced out, or maybe already is priced out. So, and then you don't have like family friendly event, like the autographs before orange and white games. We've talked about stuff like that before.
Yep.
You kind of you have players, kind of layered off from fans. You don't have those events that real young kids in for a lifetime. You don't have those as much anymore. So
welcome back barbecue, right,
it's a
Matt?
dangerous road that I think college football is heading down, and unfortunately
they don't care.
Kind of like the NASCAR deal. College football is much bigger than NASCAR and not going to fail like NASCAR has, but it's certainly not healthy for the sport in a generation or two.
Here's the deal. Like, I look at what they're doing, and my only question is why? For a few dollars? Because it's very short-sighted. Because the ticket buyer of tomorrow, when they can't get in, they're not going to become fans. Because here's what you learn. I can live without it. Once I learn I can live without your product, how you going to reel me in? Danny White and those people, these administrators today, never stop to think about it. Just like, and one thing I meant to talk with Watson about yesterday was Charlie Baker appeared on Meet the Depressed over the weekend. And one of the things that he told Margaret Brennan is, he said, this football thing is fine. We've reconfigured everything for football. We got to figure out what we're going to do with these other sports. Because we've got these kids in all these non-revenue sports that are frequent flyers now and frequent bus riders. You know how miserable that would be? To be like, I don't know, like a swimmer at Cal. And you got to get on an airplane and fly 6-7 hours to go compete somewhere in your conference a couple times a year, or get in the bus and ride, 4 hours up to Seattle. I mean, that's what we've done. Imagine going from Cal to Virginia. Imagine that. How stupid that is. He said we've got to figure out, like the basketball leagues, we've got to reconfig. The baseball leagues, we got to reconfig. He's right. But here's the thing. Once you start down this road, and that's why people say, well, why'd you bring Gary on yesterday? I brought Gary on because I want to do this show in a spirit of celebrating sport. I never want to lose that focus. If you listen to like what we do post-game show-wise, you will hear that in what we do. And as we cover, if you just found the show, or you're rediscovering the show, whatever the iteration you're in here, because I've gone through many iterations in my life of how I see sport. But truly, I just see it as community. And I wish those in charge felt the same way, because I'll tell you something. What else is there? Like when Gary was talking about what he experienced, and I'm talking about Gary Sturm, our guy with Mortgage Investors, who told just an incredible story about going to the Argentina. He did it for his son. He had no idea. He didn't understand what it was. He knew it was expensive. He paid like, I think he said like $900 to stay in a 2.5-star hotel, whatever. They woke him up with trumpets at 8 o'clock in the morning. But, you know, I just, it's getting to the point where we got to hold on to the things that are worth celebrating. We really do. And we're worth celebrating. Like Watson Brown said yesterday, I'm proud of our country. We're worth celebrating. I mean, this is cool. Like I've been walking around my old stomping grounds, and things have changed. Like that's a weird feeling when you've been away from somewhere for 40 years. I'm going on 40 years, and I came to Tennessee in 1987, so I'm going on 40 years, but it's still the same. People are people. I've gotten to make friends, like in the park I was just walking in, the guy that was one of the guys that's a caretaker of the park. I've seen him several times here in the area, and his name's John. We've gotten to know each other a little bit. And, we live in a great country, and sports are such a great point of commonality. And the thing I was thinking about with Gary's story, here's the thing about Gary's story that really resonates with me. Gary and those Argentinian people, me and those Argentinian people did not speak the same language. But if you look on my website and you see those photos, you'll see that I was there. I didn't understand what they were saying. They didn't understand what I was saying. Matt, when they put that Argentina hat on me and that other guy came over and put that drum on me, and then they were urging me to march, and then he was showing me the beat to hit it at, and then we started walking around the stadium. Did that matter, Matt, that we didn't speak the same language? And I had USA, I had some USA stuff on. Did they care, Matt, those guys?
Not at all.
And that's the magic. Isn't that the magic of the deal, Matt? I mean, at the end of the day, right? Isn't that a cool thing? Yeah. Like, I could tell you that happened to me. You'd say Tony's making that up. But if you go look at that picture, and if we had smartphones, they would have recorded that. We were walking around. I'm beating that drum. A couple guys are beating drums. But what you don't see is there's people back there that were back behind them when they were putting that thing together that had like trumpets or whatever, kind of the thing Gary was describing. And they were doing some crazy thing in some language. I mean, I had no idea what those dudes were chanting. They're probably chanting, look at this guy. He's got 5 chins, for all I know. But I want to know from you, like, crowds you've been in, places you've been in, where you're like, man, I just love sports. I just love this. What comes to mind for you, Dixon? Does anything come to mind where you say, I love, and the second thing I want to ask the living listener today is, are we getting DGG? We're 13 days out. Do you expect to get him? And here's the thing. You know as much about it as I do. But what we do know is vibes. You have the vibe. Are we getting him or not? Matt, what's your vibe on DGG before you tell me a couple of your favorite crowds you've been in? And it can be here, there, it can be anywhere. Crowd stories are great. Some of my favorite crowd stories are like, I got one in the old Spectrum in Philly where a kid next to me, a couple kids down, and my nephew Joe will remember this, got all tore up because Hulk Hogan got the branding iron put on him by Terry Funk from the Double Cross Ranch. And there were a couple kids around us that were all tore up over it. And Matt, when a kid cries because Hulk Hogan's getting the branding iron put on him by Terry Funk, you know you've had a good day, man. You know you're in a great crowd.
Yeah, great crowd. And this is on me and probably Brian for not mentioning it on Tuesday, but Tuesday was the 30th anniversary of Hulk Hogan joining the NWO, which I think is the greatest moment in professional wrestling.
Oh, shout out Stuart Blackstock. Shout out Stuart Blackstock. Shout out Johnny Law. Shout out Kara. Shout them all out. That's next level. Matt, were you watching that pay-per-view? Tell the truth, because I was.
Yes, I was.
Yes, I used to watch the pay-per-views back then, man. That was one of the most fantastic things I've ever seen in sports entertainment. Sports and entertainment,
yes.
Matt.
Yes, again, that's when. I mean, you had the Monday Night Wars and everything that followed that, but that was the peak of professional wrestling that night when Hogan turned heel.
This Rob Channel guy, we've got a guy in here named Rob Channel on YouTube, 8536. Him and Negative ought to get a room. This is this guy's post. You ready? Rob Channel, man, he's ready to take the poison pill. He says to the couple of these, good for you, Tony, F soccer. That's one of them. He's tweeting at Nick Jackson or whatever he is, Nick Jackson here. Were you at the Vandy game? He asked Nick Jackson, who feels positive about the upcoming year. He said, Music City Ball, were you there? Then he turns around and says, Heupel peaked. He's won nothing. We beat no one with a winning record. You know the list. And then he says, the DGG story has gone on so long, he's boring. Who even cares now? Matt, you think our fan base cares about the DGG story?
Yeah. Besides all these, jersey reveals, it's probably the biggest storyline with Tennessee sports right now.
Thank you. And then Dave just came in and said, I agree with Rob. Rob's bringing facts. Of course you do, Dave. You two guys are ne'er-do-wells. You're legions of the miserable. Some would call you living brain donors. Some would say that if you gave you a C and an A, you couldn't spell cat. Some would call you imbeciles. I mean, I wouldn't, but some would. 865-200-5402. Are the Vols getting this DGG guy or no? Or just going to be an all for naught thing? You tell me. And then I want to hear from you at 865-200-5402. Gary gave us that story yesterday where you just got in the middle of a crowd and you said, man, I just love this. This is awesome. Laura had to remind me yesterday. She said, you're Argentina. She said, those guys were similar. That must be their culture. That must be how and we've got those photos up online. That must be how they do sports. Now the photos are on the YouTube. That must be. Rob Channel said, even if he commits, he's not going to come here anyway because this season will be a disaster. Hey, Brian, can you imagine viewing sport that way? That we haven't even played the season. It's going to be a disaster. And even if we get the guy in 2 Wednesdays, he's not going to come here, Brian. You think that guy's real?
The glass is always empty. Not half empty. It's always empty.
Yes, not half full. No, Dave's glass has backwash in it. You know that, Matt?
If
Sports backwash.
he were in charge during World War II, you'd be speaking German and Japanese.
Go! Michael Moat said, I can't believe Gary paid $900 for his room in Atlanta. I'd have driven down the day of the game. Yeah, so would he. Talking to him. That whole thing snuck up on him. They basically drove down there. Here's the thing, though. The experience of those people for an hour bugling and singing, whatever that was, you got to admit it, Matt, that's fun. When they wake you up at 8 o'clock in the morning singing some song in some native language, some tongue you're not familiar with. I mean, I can just picture that. That World Cup, I don't care what you say about that sport. You can tell me it's the worst thing in the world and it's awful, and you'd rather watch shuffleboard down off the coast of Florida. Hey, man, to each his own. But passion is passion is passion. Gary said, Matt, when those people started to cry around him, he'd never seen anything like it, like literally bawling, Matt.
Or they were beat.
They were beat.
Argentina was beat. Like they literally were done. They were aided by a couple of calls. It seems like, but I mean, they somehow won when they shouldn't have.
All right, Josh Heupelsig has chimed in. Then I'm going to ask Matt on the other side if we're getting this DGG, and then I want a story from Matt. Favorite crowd he's been in. Couple stories there. Josh Heupelsig says the following: look, I enjoy the season year after year, but Rob and Dave are just being honest. We all know how this ends. Do we? I mean, do we? Do you think Indiana fans knew how it ended 2 years ago before that all began? I mean, do you think New York Knicks fans knew how it ended? Do you think Carolina Hurricane fans knew how it ended? Oh, here's a good one. You think those Oklahoma baseball fans knew how it ended? I mean, did they all know how it ended? I mean, that is a convenient and lazy thing to say, if you ask me, that you know how it ends. Because the beautiful thing about any of this, the beautiful thing about any of this is that nobody knows. And college football is a primo example of that. Just look at the last couple of years. I was up here for a wedding 2 years ago when Florida, it was at the end of August, Florida State and Georgia Tech played overseas. Is that right, guys? Was it Florida? Who was it? Florida State and Georgia Tech. Is that right? It was a Saturday afternoon game. That's when the wedding was going on. Do you guys remember Florida State, Georgia Tech, Bri? Is that right?
That start the 24th season?
Yeah.
In Ireland? Yeah, I think so.
And Florida State lost a close game, and I think they won 2 games that year.
They were a national championship favorite.
Thank you. They were picked in the top 5.
Coming off a 13-0 season.
Thank you. So here's the point. You don't know. None of us know. What if this kid that we're going to unleash, is a great player? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, he could be. Until you see him. They've got an offensive line that's intact. What if a couple of these guys we got from Penn State can play a little bit? I mean, you don't know. Rob Channel said Golish is training in that gym like Clubber Lang before that first Rocky fight. Rob Channel said, I also know Heupel hasn't developed a quarterback yet. Matt, is that true? Heupel hasn't developed a quarterback? What the hell are these people talking about, Matt? What are they talking about? What's that even mean? He hasn't developed a quarterback. They've rewritten all the record books here, Matt. What's he talking about? All right, I'm going to come back on the other side. Vols Deep says, Basilio, you need to quit acknowledging these black-pilled losers. They have zero clue. Nick Jackson says, yeah, you're right. He's only developed Dylan Gabriel, who's playing in the NFL. He's only developed Drew Lock, who played in the NFL. Hendon Hooker, who played in the NFL. Joe Milton, who's in the NFL. But, you know. You know how that goes. Without Joe Milton, without Heupel, I don't think Joe Milton plays in the NFL. I think Joe Milton was going to transfer somewhere and disappear off the face of the earth. What do you think of that hot take, Bri? Because Joe Milton's not exactly the most serious guy in the world anyway. What do you think of that hot take, Bri?
Yeah, if he stays at Michigan, that would have been a place where he'd never seen again.
Come back on the other side. 865-200-5402. Give me a story about just a great crowd you were in. Sports crowd. It can be here, there, anywhere. It could be anywhere in the world. Anything you experienced. It can be a road game, a home game. I like to say that term playoff atmosphere that they use in Major League Baseball, which brings that community together. Baseball is a cool game because you play it every day and you see it building. And back in the day when only a few teams made the playoffs and it really mattered and it was really hard to get into the playoffs, a lot of great teams never made the playoffs. Hey, there were a lot of teams back in the day that would have won World Series today that never got into the playoffs. That's the truth. A lot of those Kansas City Royal teams, if it had been a playoff back then, would have made noise. The old Baltimore Oriole teams, the Boston Red Sox, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We continue with more on the other side. It is your Tony Basilio show. Reeling, rocking, and rolling till the break of dawn on a Thursday. More after this.
Life never stops moving. And between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up. A tire designed for doers. A tire that's going to last. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire. He doesn't always drink beer, but when he does, he definitely prefers Dos Equis. That's right. The most interesting man in the world has returned, and he's more interesting than ever before. His phone is addicted to him. All of his teeth, all are wisdom teeth. So raise a Dos Equis to the man, the myth, the legend. And remember, stay thirsty, my friends. Dos Equis, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776. Or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Baseball fans, it's time to step up to the plate. Look your best. Get some new Tennessee gear from Alumni Hall. Alumni Hall has the best selection. Top brands for you to choose from this season. Look, it's nice and warm outside. So get into any of their 6 air-conditioned East Tennessee locations. Shop online, download the app, grab your Tennessee baseball jersey, your hat, your decal, maybe a t-shirt, and they have so much more. Earn $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Go Vols and shop Alumni Hall, your ultimate Tennessee shopping destination. Touch them all with Alumni Hall. When it's time for a fresh coat of paint, run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. Interior and exterior, Walker's Painting's been making it beautiful since 1999 across the Knoxville area. New construction, repaints, commercial, residential, free estimates available. And get this, mention you heard Walker's Painting on the Basilio Show, 10% off your first job. Let's go! Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting, making it beautiful since 1999. Check out the ad at the blog at tclub.team. Walker's Painting.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
It's the hottest post-game show on the planet. Garza Law. Fifth quarter fan reaction. Fan reaction. As soon as the final gun sounds, we're live.
With Gary Sturm. He's with Mortgage Investors Group, making our community a better place every day. Gary, you've been at it 32 years, man.
Yes, Tony, I've been at Mortgage Investors Group for 32 years. We've known each other since, back in the 80s, right?
And we've gotten to know each other recently as our family has gotten involved with another mortgage. Through that whole process, you were a prince, just like Jeker. When he called you at 3 o'clock in the morning after a Tennessee loss, you've been giving your phone number out for a couple decades. And why is that, Gary?
This is the biggest financial decision you're ever going to make. You don't want to trust somebody online, some 800 number. You want to call somebody like myself that's going to give you my number, and you can call me anytime. I'm there to help you. I'm there to help you and your family, and I appreciate that. I appreciate your trust in me. You can call me anytime. You can be like Jeker and call me at 2 in the morning and complain about the Vols just like he did. I'd rather you call me about a mortgage, but that's okay. If you want to cry about the Vols, we can do that too. I'm a Vol at heart. You know that. And if you want to come in and meet with me face-to-face, I'm here. If you want to do it online, I'm here. That's fine. If you're curious if you can qualify to buy a house, people know the housing market's tough. That's what I'm here for. There's no obligation. You can call me anytime. I get you pre-qualified. Or maybe you've got a mortgage and you're thinking about refinancing. Maybe you want to shorten the term. Maybe you want to go to a 15-year. Who knows? But again, that's what I'm here for. It's what I've been here for 32 years. My number is 865-660-2648. It's 865-660-2648.
Gary Sturm at Mortgage Investors Group, going to take great care of you.
Got a plumbing or HVAC problem at home? Whether it's an AC that won't cool, a furnace acting up, a clogged drain, or a water heater problem, Pipe Wrench Home Services is ready to help. Right now, get 15% off any HVAC or plumbing repair when you schedule service with Pipe Wrench Home Services. Our licensed technicians are equipped to diagnose the issue, explain your options, and get the repair done right the first time. Don't let a small problem turn into a major headache. That strange noise from your air conditioner, the water heater that's not keeping up, or the drain that keeps backing up won't fix itself. The longer you wait, the bigger the problem can become. At Pipe Wrench Home Services, we make repairs simple with friendly technicians and fast, reliable service that you can count on. We'll arrive ready to identify the problem and get your home back to normal as quickly as possible. Take advantage of 15% off any HVAC or plumbing repair and schedule your appointment today at pipewrench.com. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free. Restrictions may apply. Eligible for repairs up to $5,000. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
Tina to be back with you. All right, Matt Diskin, you and Brian, I want you guys to go over to X. I want you to look at the dark mode unis that have been revealed. And I want y'all's impressions, if you do impressions, of the dark mode unis. Matt Dixon, you first. Dark mode. What do you think?
I mean, I kind of like them. I talked about it. I wasn't the biggest fan of them when they first came, but they highlight the orange pretty well. They kind of keep them pretty basic, and you pair it with a big night game. I think that works really well, especially if it's right around Halloween. So yeah, no, I like them. They look good.
So far, what I'm getting from this Adidas reveal, and we didn't comment yesterday on the air on the Summit Blues. I'm extremely pleased with what I've seen this week. In fact, I'm over the moon pleased with it. But I don't have an Adidas aversion like some people do. Like, I've got an Adidas hat that I'm wearing around like a bucket hat kind of thing. It's a great hat. I love it. Brian, if you do impressions,
I think they're awesome.
Your impression
looking.
of the uniform.
I think
they're
I think
awesome.
It's very awesome looking, and they've done dark mode right.
Yep.
It just goes something about orange and dark just kind of goes together. It just looks more menacing than it does dark mode with a lot of other colors. Like dark and blue doesn't match. Dark and orange is perfect. Dark and red really doesn't match either. But dark and orange, perfect.
Brian, did you say orange and black matches like my Philadelphia Flyers? You find their uniforms awesome,
well, yeah,
Brian,
orange and black go together. I think black goes with orange better than most any other color.
Now, tell the truth, Brian. Do you think the Flyers logo is cool looking? And my little Flyers hoodie I wear around, you think that thing's cool looking, Brian?
I'd say so, yes.
Go! Let's go!
Speaking of let's go.
Matt, somebody online... hang on before we go to Let's Go. Somebody online, and by the way, rapper Andy's going to join us. Maybe he'll lay down a rhyme. Freestyle. Andy, think about this for the uniform reveal. Uniform reveal. This is how I feel. My name is Rapper A. Never in the way. Busting my rhymes. All right. Matt, your favorite crowd. Give me something. Give me something. What's your favorite away crowd, Matt, you've ever been in for anything?
LSU in 2000 was pretty crazy down there as a night game. Even though they had just lost to, I think, UAB and I guess Watson Brown the week before. I'm trying to think of. I mean the Georgia crowd.
I'll give you one. Somebody,
unfortunately was out of control, especially there in the third quarter when we literally couldn't get a playoff without Hendon Hooker getting blindsided. That was kind of unreal. There was, Tennessee was number one in the country that week, and that's Eric Ainge had the comments about Georgia not being a tough road environment. They were fired up for that one, unfortunately.
He's a smart guy. He's a good room reader. Some would call him emotionally intelligent. I mean, not me, but some would. Somebody just said over on the YouTube that when I say a great crowd or something that really surprised, he thought Texas A&M's whole experience, the experience of being at A&M was wonderful, he said. Did you go to A&M, Matt?
Yeah, that was a good one. Just how big it was and just that whole everything that they do, all their traditions, wouldn't want to be a part of it, but that is kind of a unique thing for them. And it's an incredible stadium. Every seat's a great seat, even though we were up there in the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good one. And that was a great game that old Butchie boy just kind of, choked away.
I want to go to that stadium near where Jerry lives out in Seattle. That thing looks like a hoot and a holler, man. Can you guys believe, Brian, how high that stadium goes up in the air?
I'd like to sitting
there, and how steep
above that
looks.
end zone would look like you're on this one of these boats that rock back and forth, where you're sitting where when your side's way up, that's what it looks like. That would be cool.
Exactly. That thing looks scarier than hell, man. No offense. Let's go ahead and go to the living listener now. I want your story of great crowds you were in, and then also your thoughts on the reveal today, because my friends at Adidas, and they are my friends, have gone above and beyond and done it upright. Let's get in the hunt and in the mix. Let's get in the mix and in the hunt, and the hunt and in the mix. And also, Harmon J.C. Vol says those people down there were so hospitable. They're one. Let me say this about A&M fans. I used to always crack on them, and they're always like a day late and a dollar short. They never win. Even like when they went to the College World Series, we beat them, and we never win. You know what I mean? But we beat them. This year they kind of screwed up their great season and then got beat in the first playoff game because they just never win. Well, anyway, you get the drift. I love those people after being around them down at Calhoun's and that whole weekend, because I was out there tailgating. People ask me, you go to the game? No, but I tailgate. Like I go out to and we were tailgating and hanging out. How can you not love those people? Those people are awesome, man. Those A&M people are great, great fans. Great fans. All right, let's go to the phones. By the way, they're great tippers, too. Like we're playing music, they'll flip money at you. Those people have, that's another thing. I love them. They got money. No offense. Because I don't. But we'll go to the phones, and let's get in the hunt and in the mix. So thank you for all the participants that are participating today, including Andy, who's up next with us. Andy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Tony?
Brother, it's a great day to be alive. How excited are you right now for the start of football?
I am extremely excited. I'm really, really happy with Adidas. They nailed it on the money. And, they did. And I mean, I had no doubts really, because I was like, how could they mess it up? Because they knew that we just wouldn't accept it. I don't think they would have accepted it.
That's exactly right.
So, real quick, my thoughts on DGG. I don't like to ruin a kid's moment, but I will say this. I feel that he likes Derek Owens a lot, because the kid is strong. He's like a Derrick Henry 2.0, and I think he would help him. I don't know if he would want to get bigger, but he definitely would want to get stronger. He would want to get faster. And Derek Owens has proved that he can make that happen. And so I really feel good about it. Ohio State fans, Lord and behold, they are so gullible. Like, it's hilarious. Like, they are up our hind ends every day on Twitter, and everywhere. It's like they can't sleep without thinking about us. But pretty soon they're about to realize that, I think that, it is what it is. So that's my thoughts on that.
So you're calling the shot on DGG. Your opinion is you believe that young man is coming. Let me ask you something, Andy, because you get inside the catacombs and the inner circle that others can't. Have you ever had any dealings with DGG?
No, I have not. I've not talked to him. But I do feel good about it, because Alvin Kamara worked out with him last week, and that was huge. So it just kind of like, when they say, something sticks out fun, that's just kind of how I feel about it. And I think he feels that Alvin Kamara could help him as much as is he? But Derek Owings. And it's like everybody said. I think Derek Owings was a very huge hire.
I 100% agree with that. I'll tell you what Owings did with that kid from Ohio State. If you'd had your strength and conditioning coach last year, there would have been a temptation to hold on to that guy. Or maybe the strength and conditioning coach last year would have played footsie with him in the offseason. This Owings guy basically told that kid back in the winter, you either come to these workouts or get out of my face. I am not going to negotiate with you. Everybody is going to, this is what I do, Andy. Everybody is going to do what they're going to do. I don't care what kind of contract you have. I don't care what your stature is here. I don't care about your star rating. I mean, this guy has come in and he's kicked asses and he's taken names, kind of like you in the squared circle, Andy, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. But, being a Vol right now is so exciting. Like, I know a lot of fans sometimes we're going to have a crappy season. Oh, we're not going to do much this year. Well, At the end of the day, would you rather be a Vol or would you rather be a crappy Georgia fan that barks all the time? Like, I mean,
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. The other thing I love about our fan is that we have great stuff going year round. We have a fan base that loves all the sports. I love our fan base because we have so many characters in it, Andy. You know what I'm talking about? We have a lot of fun, man. We laugh and giggle in our fan base.
Let's talk about something real quick, and this is very important. There's a lot of fans that are absolutely bought in but passionate. Chad Fields absolutely is incredible with jerseys. The dude literally knows jerseys like the back of his hand.
Brian, we need to reach out to Chad and get him on. That's a great idea. Hey, Chad, shout out to you. We've had Chad on in the past, and I would be really curious. Here's my thing about, because you said it earlier, I'm going to say it out loud. Look, you know me, Andy. I'll criticize something. I don't care who you are, where you are. If I feel it, I'll say it. I believe Adidas has had, in Tennessee, the rollout here, they've had a perfect game this week. Every uniform they've rolled out so far looks awesome to me. That Lady Vol thing they did yesterday, that Summit Blue deal, was cool looking, Brian. Brian, that was beautiful yesterday. Yes, Brian, what do you think? I say beautiful, Brian. What do you say?
Yeah, I think they really, the softball uniform got a lot of favorable reaction.
I mean, I want to go. I'm telling you right now, I want to go get me one of those, Bri. Right on, Andy. Let's go call on Chad Fields. Hey, Matt, you love Chad Fields. We shouted him out in the past. That cat is like a uniform historian, Matt.
Yeah. He designs his own uniforms too. He does an incredible job. It's obviously a passion of his. But yeah, he's definitely the go-to for Tennessee uniform stuff. Great follow on Twitter.
Yep. Go ahead, Andy.
Another one that deserves a huge standing ovation. Noah Halford, Evan Ford, and the 151 creative team, the media team. Dude, Noah Halford, and it takes everybody. But Noah Halford, when he won that award last year for the Venom Award, I mean, we can never let him go. Like, I mean, I would, if it was his best opportunity, I wouldn't be mad. But I mean, he's unbelievable, and they love each other. Like, they love to work together. Like, nobody is jealous of each other. Like, they all work together. Like, last year when they did the volunteer state reveal, it took everybody. It just couldn't be one person.
Andy, here's the thing. You play your role. I play mine. Matt Dixon plays his. Brian Hartman plays his. Nega Dave plays his. Hawford plays. It takes a village. Chad Fields plays his.
Yes.
It takes a village. It
does.
takes a village. And guess what? Our village is way more fun than any other SEC fan base. Our village, we laugh and cry. Our village, we fight with each other. Our village, we go out online and go after each other, but we love each other. Because if somebody needs something in our fan base, hey, when ZZ Stop's house burned down, what did people do for him?
Oh, it
When
was
people have need,
unbelievable.
when people have need in our fan base, okay, what do people do? When I ask for something on the blog for somebody that's in need, and people way overgive. This thing that we do for the kids of Amachi every year who have one or both parent incarcerated, our fans run to that to help that. They run to that. And this year it's in the third week in September. Andy, I am not sweating it. I know our fans are going to come through for that. I know it, Andy.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, I'm really excited about Faze this year, Faison. But if George feels that if something were to happen that he has to go in, I think that he will do just as good. I think this year could be possibly a very, very good year. For one, this is one reason why. Defense, I think, is going to improve a crap load. They look stronger. They look like they're getting faster.
Yep.
So I think we'll be able to keep up with Georgia speed-wise. Now, I don't know. I better not go that far. But I think we might be able possibly to beat them this year. I know that might be crazy to say, but you got to vol leave. You got to believe. That's just the way I feel about it.
I love it. You got to vol leave. Hey, Andy, I love you and appreciate you. Andy brings up something that I was talking about with Throwed on Monday, Matt, in the blog, because he was talking about Owings' impact. Things we're kind of watching, for the offseason. Because Owings is getting ready to turn the team back over to Heupel. That's how this thing works in the summer. Matt, does Owings have an impact right away, or is that going to take a year? What do you think?
No, I think he'll certainly have an impact right away. Maybe just mentally, you're a tougher team. Just that mentality that your strength and conditioning coach kind of implements in the summer. Last year's team was certainly lacking that. 24, I thought they were pretty tough and really physical along the lines of scrimmage. But last year they took a huge step back. I think that mentality will be there. But it probably takes 2 full years to develop the strength program into, the huge gains that we're that you'd like to see. But no, it can definitely make an impact immediately.
I mean, let's go. Now, my prediction is right on the money, which is that they're going to do the reveal. They're going to do the reveal tomorrow of Smokey Grays, which is a perfect week for them. They know what I know, which is that there are fans like me that don't like them. Personally, I wish they would do away with them. They're a remnant of Butch Jones. Like I told you, they've had a perfect week. They're not going to have a perfect week though once they reveal those, because I'm going to hate them no matter what they look like, because I hate them. Can I say that, Matt, and be open-minded? Is that a fair thing to say? I haven't seen them. I hate them.
Fair. You've been saying it all week.
I mean, I hate them. You like them, Matt? You stand with Smokey Gray?
I'm not a big fan of them. No.
Okay.
I like the dark mode a whole lot better than the gray.
Thank you. Wear dark mode twice if you're going to do that. Those things look like sweatpants that you buy off the rack. And there's anything wrong with those things, but you use them for painting or whatever off the rack at Walmart for $9.99. Like I bought a pair to wear, And Laura said, "You look ridiculous in those," to my face. She processed them. What does process in our house mean? When they went into the laundry, they never came back. I've had a lot of clothes like that. Like I had skinny jeans one time that I bought. They never came back. They never came back. 865-200-5402. Those of you that were trying to call during Andy's call, we have rollover lines in our thing. The call waiting thing you heard was every once in a while we have to call our Comcast people and reset that. So, Laura, we're going to have to do that because that's what happened. So if you were calling and nobody was picking up your phone call, it wasn't because nobody was picking up. Several people tried to call there, as you heard, but they were getting that. And this is the things you learn when you own and operate your own show. That's what you heard. So call back in. We want to hear from you at 865-200-5402. Your thoughts on the uniforms so far. They're going to blow it tomorrow, but they're going to go 4 for 5 this week. They're going to bat 800. Now, tomorrow is going to blow. Those things are going to suck. But it isn't their fault. They're put in a bad position because Smokey Gray it's just awful. It's a remnant of Butchie Boy. Do we number our teams anymore? Brian, what team number are we up to right now? Do you know, Brian? Off top of your head, Brian. It's no, we don't. The answer to that is no, we don't.
130?
No, we don't is the answer to that. Why don't we number our teams? Because Butchie Boy did it. That's why. What a turd. To 119, team 119. I mean, you talk about, I love my cops out there, but you talk about a frustrated cop, individuals. And you could just see Butchie. Could you not see Butchie Boy riding around with that dude in South Carolina smelling marijuana in everybody's car? What's his name? Danny what, Matt? That guy is a brain donor.
Brown.
Danny Brown is a holdover from the live PD days. I've been going back on YouTube and watching the live PD. And when Danny Brown was young and spry, and he was a brain donor back then, no offense to him. Anyway, we come back on the other side. I'm late. More after this.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Tona B, inviting you to experience the Collins Insurance difference. And what's that? How about multiple top carriers that you can trust? Like Erie, they underwrite our entire Rainier studio and everything around it. Travelers, Hartford, Hanover, Progressive. We do what's right because we care. In today's technology-driven world, maintaining the human touch, Bruce Springsteen, is one of our main focuses. We deliver the best customer service humanly possible. We give you someone that you can actually call or sit in front of. Imagine that. No call centers here. Experience the Collins Insurance difference. Check them out at collinsinsuranceTN.com, and they're Mrs. B approved. Collins Insurance. TB with a few serious questions. You feeling tired, foggy, you gaining weight, or you just don't feel like yourself anymore? Hormone therapy is finally becoming mainstream, but it's truly something my man, Dr. Tom Rogers, has been doing for over 20 years. Dr. Rogers at Performance Medicine wants you to feel your best, and he treats both males and females. So, guys, we can do this as a family. At Performance Medicine, hormone therapy is personalized to you. If you're dealing with hot flashes or mood swings or low energy, decreased libido, fatigue, muscle loss, stubborn weight gain, it might be time to find out what your body really needs. No shame in this game. You can do something about all the above. Performance Medicine offers customized hormone treatment plans based on comprehensive lab testing with options like pellets, creams, patches, oral medications, and injections. The goal is simple. Help you feel like yourself again. Next level. Make your life better.
Take it to the higher plane. Visit performancemedicine.net. Schedule your consultation today. You'll feel your best with Performance Medicine.
Big news, Basilio family. Get ready because the 2026 Knoxville real estate market is officially shifting into high gear. All signs are pointing toward a record-breaking year, and the energy across East Tennessee is absolutely electric right now. Whether you've been dreaming of finding that next home, looking to capitalize on your current equity, or ready to dive into the investment world, the timing has never been better. Having a game plan is the key to winning in this fast-paced market, and I'm ready to help. Give me a call, Jennifer Morris, at 865-694-5904, or reach out at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Basilio here with the great Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, I can hear it in the background, brother. It's World Cup season, and you guys are in the middle of it. Talk to me.
We are excited. Our U9 through U12 trials just kicked off today for our locations in Knoxville and in Johnson City. So we're ready to offer any player top-level competition, top-level training anywhere they want to be in Northeast Tennessee. In our programs, we offer competitive play for anywhere from 9-year-olds to 19-year-olds. We've got two locations. Our location in Knoxville is kind of our home base, and our location up in Johnson City in the Tri-Cities area is our FC Alliance North. Both locations are growing tremendously, and we're excited about what the future holds here at both locations.
Growing the beautiful game in the season of the World Cup. Chad Stockton, how can folks get more information?
Go to our website, FC Alliance or FCAllianceNorth.org. And both locations, we're happy to serve the beginning player or the more experienced player, because what we will promise is the top-level training and top-level leagues that we can play in for all of our players.
Growing the beautiful game in Knoxville and now also in the Tri-Cities. FC Alliance. Thank you, Chad Stockton.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
When a dangerous, overgrown, or storm-damaged tree is threatening your home, your car, or your family, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes, your local tree cutting experts. From precision tree removal and trimming to emergency storm cleanup, ECR Total Landscapes has the equipment and the experience to get the job done safely and efficiently. Call today to set up your free estimate, 865-384-2012, or just go online to ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good. Like our 2026 football Vols, score a T3 TD every time with T3 Vodka, Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. Right here, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Quality around here isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. And T3's filtered 10 times, 80 proof of vodka delivering a smoothness unmatched. This dedication to excellence has earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades like a 5-time gold medal award-winning vodka and your SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner as well. Whether you're sipping it neat, on the rocks, mixing your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka, your choice for a premium award-winning experience. Be like Maury Hanks. Score a T3 TD. Ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, and score a T3 TD all 2026 long. Tennessee's Premium Vodka. T3, Tennessee's Premium Vodka. Distributed by Empire Distributors of Tennessee. TB here for Cedar Bluff Plumbing, a live and local company that's been serving our area for over 32 years and counting because every customer counts, and I mean no job is too small. Cedar Bluff Plumbing just voted #1 by City View magazine because multiple plumbing experts are on call to serve all your plumbing needs. Chances are there'll be a plumber in your area when you call, and they won't send some salesman to your house. You're going to get a high character, trustworthy, highly trained plumber who will serve you, not like some of these guys that look like they came off the set of America's Most Wanted. Cedar Bluff Plumbing is Basilio tested and approved and will go the extra mile for you because Chucky Mack is a servant of the people and my consigliere to the throne, celebrating over 32 years of serving living volunteers. Cedar Bluff Plumbing. Call 588-4448. That's 588-4448. Cedar Bluff Plumbing.
Nothing makes you realize how much you rely on your air conditioner like a scorching hot day in East Tennessee. You want more than a technician. You want someone you can trust. Schedule Pipe Wrench's $79 AC tune-up now because the heat is here. Our certified technicians inspect, clean, and fine-tune your HVAC system to help it run efficiently and reliably while reducing the risk of breakdowns when you need it most. And while we're there, we can also recommend ways to improve your indoor air quality for cleaner, healthier air throughout your home. For more than 20 years, homeowners across Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and surrounding communities have trusted Pipe Wrench Home Services for dependable comfort. And with our same-day service guarantee, you won't be left waiting when comfort matters most. Schedule your $79 AC tune-up today at pipewrench.com. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free. Offer valid on standard systems only. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
TB back with you, 865-200-5402. We were talking earlier, DGG. DGGs were 13 days out from his reveal. Andy says don't rule out the Owings effect. We'll go back to our phones at 865-200-5402. Best sports atmospheres you were in honor of Gary Sturm yesterday telling us about his World Cup experience. That World Cup thing is just so special because it's every 4 years. And it matters to these people, you know? Like, I don't get it personally, but it matters. And, hey, it matters. Let's go back to our phones. And when I say it matters, like when you're crying over a sporting event, when somebody scores a goal and you're crying, and you won the thing the last time it was played, and you're only beating Egypt in the round of 16 and you're crying, that's, hey, Bri, that might mean it matters to you, Bri. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say so. I wonder if it's the Messi effect, though. No, and you didn't want that to be the last time you saw Messi.
No.
That may be part of it.
Well, that's true too. But those people, Bri, when back in the days of Diego Maradona, they were the same way. In the game I went to, that was in the day of Batistuta. You know, those people just love that sport.
That was an
those
Olympic.
South American
That's
people.
Olympics.
That's just
so that ought to tell you something.
Exactly. And they were outside of the Olympics, right? All right, let's go to the phones, and we'll get Josh in here who's up next with us. Josh, welcome in.
Hey, Tony, how's it going?
Hey, Josh, good to hear from you.
Yeah, long-time listener. Love the show. I was actually the one who was talking about going out to Texas A&M, so I won't rehash that too much. But another one of my favorite atmospheres I've ever been in was Wrigley Field in 2017 after they had won their first World Series in however long, 100 years or whatever it was. It was a July 4th game against the Rays, and literally outside of Neyland Stadium, it's the most beautiful place that I've ever watched a game at.
Man, I'm so glad you mentioned Wrigley. I was blessed to go to a couple games there myself. I think it would have been 2018, so I was there right around the same time period you were. When you walk into that place, you feel like you're walking back in time. Is the only way I can describe it. And that is an amazing experience. And the crowd there at Wrigley, man, the Cubs were really good tonight. I saw them, and I saw them against the Phillies, and we were kind of fodder for them. That place was so lit. Such a great atmosphere. Shout them out. Tell me about that A&M place, though, because the A&M people that I experienced the weekend they came to Knoxville, man, those people are wonderful fans, just awesome fans.
Absolutely. So me and my buddy, we were students at the time, and we literally drove 15 hours cross country to watch the game. And we got there right after college game day had finished, and we were starving. And I mean, suddenly people were like, "Oh, you're Tennessee fans. Come to our tailgate. Come to our tailgate." I mean, we stopped at like 7 different tents. They kept feeding us. They kept giving us drinks. Then when we were in the stadium, even I think we were down by 3 touchdowns at one time. And I don't know if you remember, that was the year we kept coming back from these massive deficits, like against Virginia Tech and so on and so forth. And I mean, the entire time they were great sports. I mean, and then when they were in Knoxville a couple of years ago, it was like you said, the same thing. I agree with you. The fan base is a day late, $1 short. But I mean, that outside of Tennessee, I feel like that fan base needs a win because they're all just amazing. They're great.
It's really true. The thing about their fan base, though, is that they're really kind of cultish.
Yeah.
But they're really sweet people. You know? And you are right, man. Outside of us, they deserve something good to happen. Matt, did you kind of find that too with the A&M people?
Yes, they at least back then they still don't really act like an SEC fan base in a good way. You don't have that hostility. They're still very welcoming to you. So yeah, it's just a really unique fan base in that aspect with how the school is and with all their traditions. It's a really fun trip, and yeah, that fan base probably deserves more success than they get. And especially in football, where they have all the resources, they just for whatever reason can't seem to put it together.
Like, where's the edge? You know, those people need some edge to them, don't they? I guess in a way, you could probably say the same thing about those Oklahoma fans. They seem like pretty good people too, and they don't have a tremendous amount of edge to them either. You guys think it's a different part of the country? Is that what it is? Than the deep South, where we're at some of those schools that are ready to fight, and then the Yankee rednecks from Florida.
I personally think I personally think it's the newness of both of them being in the conference, honestly. I was going to say this unprompted. The worst place I've ever watched a game at ever was 2015 Florida. That, like you said, Tony, those fans are just like rabid, cruel. That was just terrible experience all around. And the stadium was ugly. I just have to say it. But yeah, I think it's a newness thing personally.
Yeah, I'm not trying to rip Florida or anything, but those people are awful, man. I mean, you talk about, there are fan bases in our league we talk about that deserve to win more. And then there are fan bases in our league that never deserve to win. And I think you know what category Florida's in. They never deserve to win. It's a shame they win so much. I mean, them winning in basketball is really kind of a shame. It really is. Because they don't even appreciate the sport. They don't even care about it. No offense. Anything else for us today? And I appreciate your call. Do you have a feeling, sir, on GGG? Give me your vibe. What your, because none of us know, but what's your vibe from what you take in?
What I'm feeling is, and it circles back to something you'd said, Tony, about questioning why Josh Heupel can't seem to get the boosters to give the same type of money that Rick Barnes does, like for Juke Harris, I'm assuming, or Amit last year. I do feel like Heupel has called in the boosters to. It was an article that said he's going to be the highest paid college running back freshman ever. I really do think that leans us if it comes down to money. And I'll leave you with it there, but I think he's coming to Tennessee. Thanks again, Tony.
Thank you. All right, Matt, you haven't gone on the record. Not that it matters. We don't know anything, okay? I don't know where the kid's going. I know I'll tell you this. I know from people close to it that they've pulled out all the stops and they've done all you can do. And they continue to stay in contact and, they're really making this thing count. So the question is, Matt, what happens? Tell me, talk to me here.
Yeah. Without any insight, it feels like Tennessee's in a good position to get him. Based on how his visit went, with everything Tennessee can offer and is offering, I think Tennessee's in a really good position.
I have this crazy feeling, and it's just me, okay? But I have this crazy, funny feeling that I can't shake, which is you're going against Ohio State. And they've been involved with this guy for forever. And that is the thing, ultimately, that keeps me from going full bore. It's the thing that keeps me from... Does that make any sense, Brian? It's a thing that keeps me from jumping in with both feet. If that were most any other team Tennessee was going against for him, because I was reminded, I was talking to a friend of mine about this. We were kind of comparing notes on this deal. I said, Tony, the thing we have to remember about Ohio State is when they won their national championship, their super team they built a couple years ago, they took the Downs kid from Alabama. Nobody does that from Alabama. In that same year, they took that kid from Ole Miss, that running back. They basically used our league like it was a farm system. And that is the thing that ultimately, now, by the same token, they got those guys because they paid them. Tennessee, I believe, is offering more money. I believe Tennessee's willing to set the market for this guy. Tennessee's turned this kid into their number one priority in that class. And they're going to follow the model that we've been wanting them to follow for some time. And the model is I will spend my money on high school athletes that can help me right away. I'm not going to go chasing low 4-star guys that are going to sit on my bench for 2 or 3 years just to win in late December. So strategically speaking, we spend our money on high dollar, high end high school kids that we know, that we believe are going to see the field right away or have a real good chance of doing that. Now, you're going to swing and miss when you do that. I mean, you're going to have guys that you don't have enough information on. They're not going to work at whatever the case is. You know, that just happens. And then I'm going to spend the preponderance of my money in the portal. So this will be a really interesting thing as they pivot to that, how that pans out for Tennessee. Be extremely interesting. Also on the dark mode reveal, congrats to Tennessee. I also want to shout out my friends at Alumni Hall. My friends at Alumni Hall at all 6 of their Tennessee locations are throwing a party on Friday. Look, you've seen the gear. When you go to Alumni Hall, you're supporting us. All 6 Alumni Hall locations are throwing a party. Stores are going to open at 8:30 a.m. You can be the first to shop. Donuts will be available. Prize giveaways throughout. Friday, July 10th, the launch of Adidas. You've seen them all week. You can get the merch there. And one other thing, Matt. Right-handed pitcher Hayden Simerson commits to Tennessee this morning. Your thoughts on that, Matt?
Haven't had a chance to look into him very much. But
he's a right-hander.
You need this
rising,
team needs as much pitching help as they can get after last year, especially in the bullpen. So, but yeah, I'll look into him. That they did get the kid from Cal Baptist officially or publicly committed, announced the other day. After he'd basically been committed for 2 weeks. They didn't announce it for whatever reason, but yeah, like shaping up that basically retooled your roster in a good way. I think you upgraded it just about every lost guys at.
The question is, how many of these guys inevitably end up in the draft or get in that spot? And, you know, that's going to be, and that you're really walking a tightrope in baseball because of the timeline and the speculation in the sport. And I don't envy these baseball staffs. That is a mess, man. That's a real-time mess that they're in. But Hayden Simerson, rising senior. I'm reading off the Fox Sports Knoxville account. One of the top relievers in 2026. Had a 3.62 ERA, 4 saves. Spent time at Catawba before that. And as Matt said, Tennessee's bullpen obviously needs arms. We had said coming into this, we thought they would add 7, maybe more. We're getting into that period right now where it's go time. Portal-wise, you'll see some more additions here. It's we're getting into that season, but we're also getting into that season where things are overlapping, and boy, it's really amazing. Masochist Vol said, Basilio, you were talking about hot sporting events. That Bowling Green game in Nashville in 2015, my dad and I were almost at the top of the stadium on the 45-yard line directly in the 90-degree plus sun. Luckily, it rained and cooled us off. Said, I've never been so hot in my life. He said, that's that game where that kid, Gary Dieter, who ended up in Alabama, had 7 receptions for 133 yards. I remember that, and I was glad I wasn't in that stadium. I'm going to tell you something. When you're at the top of one of those concrete and steel stadiums, which is what that is, which is what Legion Field is, and we were down there, the photos I showed you today online over at tclub.team and me in that Argentina hat, and you're at the tippy top, of that very, very top of that stadium where the sun lingers the longest. There's not a worse spot to be than in that spot. People around us were literally getting sick in front of us. Some guy hurled violently on Middlebrook Pike in front of us in that stadium. Hurled violently on Middlebrook Pike. Let me, without further ado, bring the great Chad Fields in here. Chad Fields, you are the uniformologist in Rocky Top, as rapper Andy shouted you out earlier in the hour. Chad Fields, your thoughts on the Nike rollout the Adidas rollout this week? Old habits die hard.
It's been exceeding at my expectations. I didn't think we would change a lot, but I am pleasantly surprised how good it looks. You know, we spent 10 years apart from Adidas. Sometimes you got to do that with relationships. You got to have some time apart, grow a little bit, find yourself. And it looks like Adidas did that because, boy, they went through some dark times right when we left. But we came back at the right time, and it's been good to see what they were rolling out this week.
Chad, give me some of the nuances. Shout out Tony Jones in these uniforms that have kind of caught your eye here.
You know, the biggest thing, Tony, is the number font. It's not exactly 1-to-1 what we had in the 90s, the big block, but it's a modern version of it. The skinny ones and the weird looking 4s, those days are gone. And it's just the number font itself changes our uniforms more like the Tennessee that we're all used to. And, like on the jersey, like the white uniform, the number font does a lot of heavy lifting. So when that looks good, that makes the whole thing look good. We changed up the collar on the white jersey, went back to the orange circle button with the power T. Shout out to the 90s, the late 90s and stuff like that. It's little details like that are small changes to the non-Tennessee fan. They'll say, well, nothing changed. But to us, we go, hey, I remember that. I remember things like that. And it's endearing to us. And like the design team at Tennessee just absolutely crushed it with all the little details and add-ons and changes. So didn't change much. Tennessee looks like Tennessee, but man, it feels good to look like that again.
Totally agree with that, man. Their uniform is also, it's both like yesterday's the Monday or Tuesday reveal. I'm sorry, the road uni. My days are running together here, but the road uni I thought was very sparse and Spartan is how I described it. Something about that block, that numbering, the numbers they've gone to. You can speak this more than I can. You're a design guy, but it's Brian Hartman put it this way. It looks like a football uniform. It looks tough. And they didn't overdo 100%. It. There's not like a lot of bells and whistles on these uniforms.
Yep. They wanted traditional Tennessee to speak through this new set. It's new, and was all the fabrics and stuff. But that, like you said, that number font is a football number font. What Nike had made was cool when it first debuted in 2015. I thought it was cool because for the first time I ever felt like we have our own number font. You know, it kind of got dated real fast. It looked better on the soccer and basketball uniforms. It was fine on football, but you know, numbers like 14 and 17 just felt so not good. But this is a football number font. Like seeing that 14 they put on the reveal photos and stuff, that made me feel very nostalgic. You know, I feel almost like Eric Berry out there. If they'd have put a black outline on it, which I know I'm an old head, but I kind of am against the black outline, but that's a whole nother. I'm glad we got what we got, but man, it looks like a good football font, good football uniform again.
Chad, I was asked about that on a radio show appearance if I wanted the black outline, and the answer is no, I don't. I like how non-busy these things are. I think they've threaded the needle thus far perfectly. I think everything we've seen so far, they've threaded the needle. And I know you and you know me, we both would criticize if we didn't. I mean, to me, that they've had a perfect week with these things. If you had anything you could change, would you change anything? Or do you think this has been a perfect week for them?
Man, I don't think I would change anything, really. It's almost, you know, everything I could have asked for. You know, I mean, if you want to get super picky, yeah, let's bring back the exact font from the 1998 jersey. But otherwise, I love that it's a block font that's custom for us. I love what they've done with it. I love how it looks on the player. I mean, they've got, we're going to see on the fan jerseys, on the real ones, there's the power T button and the it's all stitched and it's nice premium, like rubberized. Cool. I mean, it's just, I can't think of anything to change. The power T on the hip is huge, which is just awesome. You know, make that T as big as you can. Heck, the only thing I guess myself, I complain about is I wish they just showed us the orange pants some more, but otherwise I can't complain at all.
Yeah, I agree with that. Apparently the orange pants are never coming back, but, all right, Chad, tomorrow they're going to do the Friday dump on these uniforms that are very divisive or divisive, if you will. I can't stand those smoky gray things. And why are we doing it, Chad? We've had a perfect week here. Can't we just leave well enough alone?
Well, you know, I think they're going to give it one more run. I don't know what the future holds. I know they like to get a little creative with these. I was personally not a fan of last year's. I loved the ones that had the TriStar on the sleeves. I think we just stuck it at that. But through the grapevine, I've heard that these are going to be some of the best ones they've ever designed, the smoky gray. I'll reserve my judgment. I love the helmet. I tell you what, that Smoky Mountain helmet is spectacular. It's hard to hate that, but it's, you know, can it be paired with the right jersey and pants and stuff? So we'll give it one more go maybe, and hopefully they knock this one out of the park. But the way they're going so far, I mean, I can't be mad at anything. So surely these will be top notch as well. But you know, I'll be first in line tomorrow to maybe not first in line. So we got my kids and get them to childcare, but I'll be in line tomorrow early to get some Adidas stuff. And 2 years ago, I never thought I'd say that again.
Oh, let's go. Hey, Matt Diskin, do you have anything for Chad Fields here on the way out, who literally is the uniform guy?
No, I was just going to get his thoughts on the smoky gray since you've voiced your opinion on it, Tony. No, Chad's a great follow on Twitter. Really a must follow for Tennessee fans with about Tennessee uniforms, just historical and these, you know, designs that you do. It's just really impressive stuff.
Hey, Chad, on the way out, tell the living listener where they can find you. I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate y'all having me on, and I appreciate the kind words. It's totally fine to say I'm the resident Twitter crazy man. That's totally fine. That's what I do. It's what I'm good at. My wife says that. But no, y'all can just follow me anywhere at CFieldsVFL. If you like the uniforms, if you like ramblings about all that, give me a follow. I try and do the history stuff too. It's just fun. Try and keep it fun now. I try not to ruffle any feathers, but sometimes it happens. But it's all good.
Thank you, my man. Much love to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. Good talking to you.
Yes, sir. When you're hot, as the old saying goes. And Adidas has hammered it this week. Now, if they put a gray uniform together on the air that I call good tomorrow, that means they batted 1,000. I don't think I'm going to say it's good because they're gray and they look like jammies, but we'll come back on the other side. I mean, gray's like a negative. What is gray? It's like a what are they? Like a neutral. I mean, again, it's sweatpants. You buy off. Well, never mind. I want to belabor the point here. One thing about me, I'll beat something into the ground. I love Chad Fields. He's great. Got a great spirit about him. We'll continue on the other side. It is utterly next level after this. You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land. Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contract. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting. He doesn't always drink beer, but when he does, he definitely prefers Dos Equis. That's right. The most interesting man in the world has returned, and he's more interesting than ever before. His phone is addicted to him. All of his teeth, all are wisdom teeth. So raise a Dos Equis to the man, the myth, the legend. And remember, stay thirsty, my friends. Dos Equis, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Like our 2026 football Vol, score a T3 TD every time with T3 Vodka, Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. Right here, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Quality around here isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. And T3's filtered 10 times, 80 proof of vodka, delivering a smoothness unmatched. This dedication to excellence has earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades, like a 5-time gold medal award-winning vodka and your SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner as well. Whether you're sipping it neat, on the rocks, mixing your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka, your choice for a premium award-winning experience. Be like Maury Hanks. Score a T3 TD. Ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, and score a T3 TD all 2026 long. Tennessee's Premium Vodka. T3, Tennessee's Premium Vodka. Distributed by Empire Distributors of Tennessee.
Big news, Basilio family. Get ready because the 2026 Knoxville real estate market is officially shifting into high gear. All signs are pointing toward a record-breaking year, and the energy across East Tennessee is absolutely electric right now. Whether you've been dreaming of finding that next home, looking to capitalize on your current equity, or ready to dive into the investment world, the timing has never been better. Having a game plan is the key to winning in this fast-paced market, and I'm ready to help. Give me a call, Jennifer Morris, at 865-694-5904, or reach out at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Baseball fans, it's time to step up to the plate. Look your best. Get some new Tennessee gear from Alumni Hall. Alumni Hall has the best selection. Top brands for you to choose from this season. Look, it's nice and warm outside, so get into any of their 6 air-conditioned East Tennessee locations. Shop online, download the app, grab your Tennessee baseball jersey, your hat, your decal, maybe a t-shirt, and they have so much more. Earn $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Go Vols and shop Alumni Hall, your ultimate Tennessee shopping destination. touch them all with Alumni Hall. Basilio here with the great Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, I can hear it in the background, brother. It's World Cup season, and you guys are in the middle of it. Talk to me.
We are excited. Our U9 through U12 trials just kicked off today for our locations in Knoxville and in Johnson City. So we're ready to offer any player top-level competition, top-level training anywhere they want to be in Northeast Tennessee. In our programs, we offer competitive play for anywhere from 9-year-olds to 19-year-olds. We've got 2 locations. Our location in Knoxville is kind of our home base, and our location up in Johnson City in the Tri-Cities area is our FC Alliance North. Both locations are growing tremendously, and we're excited about what the future holds here at both locations.
Growing the beautiful game in the season of the World Cup. Chad Stockton, how can folks get more information?
Go to our website, FC Alliance or FCAllianceNorth.org. And both locations, we're happy to serve the beginning player or the more experienced player, because what we will promise is the top-level training and top-level leagues that we can play in for all of our players.
Growing the beautiful game in Knoxville and now also in the Tri-Cities. FC Alliance. Thank you, Chad Stockton.
Thanks, buddy.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
The High Noon line of hard seltzers is always a winner and always next level. High Noon vodka seltzers come in 14 flavors with real vodka and real fruit juice. Only 100 calories with no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. Personally, I'm partial black cherry and pineapple. 14 flavors. That's as many bad takes as I've got in a week. In the mood for a kick? Try High Noon vodka iced tea in 6 refreshing flavors, including peach and lemon, green tea, and half and half. Feeling adventurous? Check out High Noon tequila seltzer in 6 refreshing flavors, including my favorite, Blood Orange. High Noon real vodka, real fruit juice. Live like the sun is always out. Brought to you by High Noon Spirits Company. Must be 21 and over to enjoy responsibly.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, sorry. Getting in the mood because this Saturday is Christmas in July at Covenant Health Park. But your Knoxville Smokies have great promotions all week long. Like all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, fireworks on Friday, then yes, the big man himself on Saturday. We end the week with our day game of the week. It's a week full of fun at the ballpark. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com. Smokies!
Our special guests appear on the High Noon Hotline. Remember, sun's up, and we're going to do a High Noon overtime. So the callers stay there. And I'm also picking my brother Steve up today, who's my special needs brother. I'm up in Pennsylvania, and I miss my Smokies so much. Christmas in July, Amanda Rich. I'm fired up, focused, and prepared right now. What do I bring you for Christmas in July, the person that has everything?
Hey, we just need the holly jolly spirit and to pack this ballpark. That's all we need this Christmas in July.
Well, you got that right. You got that right. Tell me about this weekend. I just heard the promo, but it sounds like we're going to have a busy time beginning this evening.
That's right. We're kicking things off tonight with Thirsty Thursday, and it's Knox Vegas night. We've got a collector's pin giveaway for our first 500 fans tonight with one lucky gold pin that will be given away. And then, of course, start the vibes right on Friday, heading into the weekend tomorrow with good old Smokies baseball and fireworks. We're really looking forward to Saturday, another giveaway for Christmas in July, because we've got to give our fans a gift, of course. So first 1,000 fans on Saturday will receive a Knox on the Box, our version of the Elf on the Shelf game. And we're going to have Santa here, and we're going to bring the snow to Covenant Health Park. And then rounding things out on Sunday with a Cub Club game. It's a 2 o'clock first pitch, so bring the kids out, run the bases, and take in a great day game.
Amanda, you pumped me up. Now, this Christmas in July, are you telling me that, like, you're handing out boxes and there's gifts in them? Is that what we're doing here?
That's right. And it's going to be our mascot Knox dressed as an elf. So that way you can take the festivities home, hide them around your house, and get excited for the holiday spirit with Knox.
That's so precious. Now, Amanda, I want the truth out of you, okay?
All
When
right.
it comes to Christmas, right? Are
Yep.
you a Christmas lover, Christmas hater, or somewhere in the middle? What are you when it comes to Christmas? Now, I want the truth now out of you.
The absolute truth, I'm a Christmas lover. Christmas in July is definitely made for a person like me, and I'm so excited. I'm jingling my bells already.
Yeah, I'm a bah humbug person,
Okay.
but that's usually because it happens at the time of the year where it's kind of depressing.
Sure.
Christmas in July, like that's good beat, and you could dance to it. Why don't we just do Christmas in July, you know?
I agree. With the sun's out, we can have our
Yeah.
Santa and swim trunks. No problem.
Yes. Sun's out, fun's out. We could rewrite all the Christmas songs. Let it rain, let it rain, let it. Well, it just doesn't have the same feel to it. All right, Amanda, if folks want more information out of you, and we know we're going to pack that ballpark, and you guys do such a wonderful job. And I want to encourage folks, look, the Sands are going through the hourglass. We have 3 more homestands after this one. Is that correct?
That's correct. We're winding down.
That's scary. Where's the summer gone?
It's totally flown by, and it's been such great baseball here too. We clinched the first half of the North Division, and we're currently in first place of our standings for the second half. So we've got our playoff berth, and we'll be heading into the postseason. But regular season's winding down quick.
And then the other thing is, for Tennessee fans this weekend, they have a chance to come out and see a couple of former Vols who are on hand, right, and hitting the baseball.
That's right. That's right. And they sure are repping that power tee and that orange for sure.
So, Amanda, how can folks get more information? And I appreciate you.
Yeah, head to smokiesbaseball.com for more information and for tickets, and also follow along for updates on our social media channels.
You're the greatest. Thank you, Amanda. Always good catching up.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Hey, Matt, that's cool getting out and the opportunity to check out our Fisher and Blake Burke, who are both ripping the cover off the ball. I mean, hammering it, Matt.
Yeah, batting 3 and 4 in the lineup. We actually went last night over there, and
nice.
Neither of them had a good game at all. They both had probably bad games. I think they were combined 0 for 7. And Fisher had a couple of plays at third that led to some runs. So wasn't a great night for them, but yeah, Fisher's wearing his Tennessee cleats, and yeah, it's just really cool to see him over here. Blake Burke somehow has 18 steals on the season, including one last night, and I, for the life of me, can't figure it out because he's not the fastest guy in the world. He's put on some weight since he played here.
18 steals.
Yes.
You talk about a stat. Really?
I mean, it's like Frank Anderson's coaching the pitchers they're playing against in the Southern League or something. I don't know.
That's a great line. William Pettison coming up with the playbook. He'll be responding, no doubt, to the uniform reveal day 4. I'm getting ready to hang out with my brother Steve, and then we're going to go to the phones. Who's a special needs guy, 4 years older than me. It's raining here. I was going to take him swimming today, and he said, he just told me, I went into his home here just to tell him I'm outside, and he said, how did he put it? Weather permitting, we're going to swim. I said, Steve, there's no thunder and lightning out here, brah. You're getting in the swimming pool. What do you mean, weather permitting? The weather is going to permit, because I come from Tennessee. I'm 600 miles away. I'm taking you swimming, and you're getting in the freaking swimming pool. And we're going to come correct. I mean,
how many
look,
records did you buy Tuesday?
Well, it's 65 is the number. So he came with 65 records. My brother,
did you tell him you're for it?
Well, my brother, where I stay, tried to pick his records up and look through them, and he goes, no. He did not want my brother to put his hands on those records. He goes, no. It's pretty next level. Florida's going to join. Lee's going to join. If you want to get in, Steve's just hanging out in there. And then I got to take him, and we're going to go get a pizza. and as in his words, an ice cold Coca-Cola at Wawa. But in the meantime, we are going to have a high noon overtime. I want to thank our guests for appearing on your high noon hotline. Thank you for Chad Fields and also Amanda Rich. And you bow thy head when you say thy name on Fan Run Radio, because the man himself, the myth, the legend, William Pattison, up next.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
It's high noon somewhere. Sun's up, and it's time for another high noon overtime. The place where we kick back, pop a top, and really get to the bottom of it. Presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. Made with real vodka and real fruit juice. Only 100 calories with no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. Live like the sun is always out. And now, it's time for High Noon Overtime.
And that's me. I'm Basilio. Another High Noon Overtime. Thank you, Mash. As we kick it loud and proud with you, live and large. All right, Florida, let me get you in the hunt and in the mix then, Lee. Florida, welcome in. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, man, I was just sitting here listening to y'all go on and on and on and on and on and on about them damn uniforms. Tony B, them uniforms are not jinky to y'all. Hey, you got to have the athletes to win. You can't put on a smoky gray is nice to me. I like them. But you know what? You put on a uniform and you got to have the athlete to put in the uniform to win, bro. So the uniform is not.
Well, I mean, take Florida, for instance. Matt, if on a 1 to 10 scale, if you were going to grade Florida's uniforms in terms of beauty or cool or something that you would wear, Matt, where would you put them on a 1 to 10 scale, Matt? Florida's uniforms.
Maybe about a 5.
Yeah, I give your uniforms, Florida, maybe like a 1.5. Your color of orange looks like some, and I love, look, no offense to Big Lots, but it looks like something that would be in the in Big Lots. It's the color of road cones. It's the what did somebody say the other day, Bri? It's the color of. It's a perfect stick. The floor. Oh,
prison,
it's prison jump.
Prison
jumpers. Prison jumpers.
Hey, listen, y'all can do all that all you want to. Why don't you just come up here and do a podcast up here at my house in my gator room, and you will see. You will see what it's like. You know what I mean?
Florida. Now hang on. You've been doing
good.
Florida. What's your podcast called? Because I want to. Let's give you some pub here.
Tony B, I haven't even set it up yet. I need some help setting it up, and I haven't set it up yet.
We'll be glad to help you. I'll be glad to help you.
I need to set it up, man.
Hey, do you need like some? Do you need some technical help, Florida? Because my listeners know that I'm the man to come to for when it comes to technical help, Florida. Because I'm the guy that has call waiting going on right now as the show's going on, as people are trying to call the show. You hear that, Florida? That's because we haven't taken care of things behind the scenes. I mean, I could really, Matt, don't you think I could help Florida get going with his podcast if he reached out to me?
Well, Tony B, I'm reaching out now, bro.
Florida, I'm just going to put it in terms you understand. Your uniforms are uglier than hell. Your fans are uglier than that. Hey, your style of play is uglier than that. Your basketball team plays in a place that smells like chlorine in front of a bunch of redneck Yankees. No offense. I didn't do it.
Well, listen here, man. Listen here. I can't stay on here and take this abuse from you. Tell my boy Steven, I said, what's up? And I'm forward everything he forwards. So guess what? You know what? This time, I'm going to do you a favor, Tony B, and hang up on your ass.
Go! Basilio's out of here! On your high noon overtime, a service for the people. A service for the people. Celtic Drew said, and I quote, Florida's home jerseys are awesome. Are we doing a bit here? That cursive gator is phenomenal. Brian, do you agree with that? Their home jersey's awesome, Celtic Drew. Celtic Drew, that Glasgow Celtic jersey you gave me, that's awesome. Brian Hartman was damn jealous of that when I wore it in the studio one time around him. Now, he was damn jealous of that. Brian, their home uniform is awesome. I mean, does Celtic Drew want to go hang out with Prison Mike from The Office? Is that what I'm getting here, Matt Diskin? Does he want to go hang out with Prison Mike?
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. It's not the greatest, and some of their alternates are just awful. I think I mentioned on Tuesday that the gator skin ones are the worst jerseys I've ever seen any team ever wear.
Well, our friends at Kentucky during the Patino era, when they wore the jorts,
the Cole Ash,
the Cole Ash Daisy Duke jorts that were cut all the way up where you could see their plumbing, ladies. Close your ears. I mean, look, there's a lot of things. I don't want to see Jamal Mashburn's meat and potatoes, okay? I mean, no offense to him. He said, Basilio, you're just hating on that uniform because it's beat our ass so many times. No, that's not true at all. I'm hating on that uniform because it's hideous looking. That's why I'm hating on that uniform. Alabama's beat on us many times. Alabama's uniform is iconic. Matt, do you agree with that? Alabama's uniform's iconic and cool looking. It's cool looking. The numbers on the numbers, the whole thing. I mean, come on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Has nothing to do with the success. Has everything to do with they're shitty looking. I didn't do it. I mean, the last thing I want to see, and when I'm a Kentucky fan, is Jamal Mashburn's meat and potatoes. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. Let's go back to the phones. Laura just texted me and said, did you just say meat and potatoes on the air? And I said, yeah.
That was the stick you used to have with Roger. You always used to bring up meat and potatoes with Roger.
But it was a different meat and potatoes, Matt. Because he was a meat and two sides guy, if you know what I mean. Maybe three sides.
But those three sides were all meat, though.
Yes.
If I remember, he was not a big vegetable guy.
Back to our phones we go. We got Lee and Fred. And then I hang out with my brother Steve. It's the high noon overtime. The high noon hotline did not get a workout. Tomorrow, Hughie will be on the high noon hotline. We have a lot to talk about with him, including some of the stuff that's come out of the Big 12. Big 12's taking crypto money now. Here's my question for you with the Big 12. Are they taking their money in cryptocurrency? Is that what they're getting paid in, or are they getting paid in cash? You want me to help you out with that? They're getting paid in real money. I mean, what's next? We have like NFTs that we're selling to college football fans. No offense to some of you that buy non-fungible tokens, but that's something that doesn't exist that you're paying for. No, I mean, I'm just saying, no offense. Let's get Lee in here. Who's up next with us? Lee, welcome in.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, on the I stumbled on something called Buckeye Scoop on YouTube. I'm not sure how I stumbled on it, but they were talking about DGG, and their insider didn't sound very confident, and pretty much sounded like this was a Tennessee thing. And he said, that Tennessee is very good at recruiting a family, not just a player. But then he did say, but this isn't a Legend Bay type thing, so don't get excited. And said something about the uncle worked some camps or something and got paid quite doing stuff like that.
You know what? I love that, man. That's called pulling out. Matt Dixon, do you agree that if what they were talking about, who knows these people? I mean, no offense, people on YouTube, I have no idea. Matt, if Tennessee,
insiders,
that's fine. Yeah. Hey, if Tennessee employed one of their uncles, Matt, and he worked a UT camp and they put some money in his pocket, you have a problem with that, Matt, in the era we're in?
No, not at all. That's what you got to do in this era. You got to find your edges. Everybody can offer monies. I mean, obviously sometimes more than others, but yeah, it's about finding your edge and where you can get advantages. And Tennessee has some built-in advantages and inroads with him, being an in-state player. So yeah, take advantage of whatever you can to try to land the kid.
If I would have known that, I'd have reached out to his uncle and had him on talking some hockey during the playoffs, and I would have paid him. Lee, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just weird. I'm like, I don't even know if his uncle has a football background or what the guy was talking about.
I know, right? Because he's from Canada. Yeah, we could have had him on talking some curling. Yeah, man.
So, but I thought it was interesting. So after hearing not just the Tennessee side, after hearing the Ohio State stuff and going into that, they don't feel real confident. So that makes me
How about you?
confident.
What's your vibe? How about you? Where are you at on the vibes on this thing?
Me, myself, I hope we get him. I want a 5-star running back. I mean, he reminds me, I know people make comparisons. He's built like Adrian Peterson to me. And if he's anything close, I mean, my goodness, second year of maybe Faison or McIntyre with the receivers we got. The line could be good. Last year of Sanders. Could be scary.
You get that back. You get that kid. And I just saw an idiot and a motorcycle pass on a double-lane road in front of my brother's house. You talk about why do people drive motorcycles? Why do they not want to live? What is it about some of those people? Anyway, hey, Lee, thanks, brother. Good talking to you. Hey, Matt, I was talking to a friend that worked in a emergency room. He said you'll never own a motorcycle if you work in an emergency room. I believe that, Matt. I just saw the double lane road right in front of me here. Car going like 45. This guy had to go around this car going about 70, and he runs up on a car going in the other direction, and he veers at the last second and gets over. Why? To go home and watch like 5 more minutes of Jerry Springer? I mean, what are you doing? No offense.
I don't know. The reckless motorcycle drivers are just. I don't understand the appeal of it.
And then they cry if they get hit, like it's your fault.
How about this, Bri? When you're out on I-40 in the middle of the afternoon and they're weaving, they go right between two cars. Everybody's going like 70 out there.
They then complain about nobody seeing them.
I mean, yeah, they're going to be seen all right. I mean, they're going to go to their next Halloween party as Bob the Tomato from VeggieTales. What are we doing? Let's go back to the phones. 865-200-5402. And we'll get our next call in. Hello and welcome to Freddie. You're on the air.
Can you imagine having a crotch rocket, Tony?
Freddie, to quote Kiss, put your hands in my pot. Well, never mind. How you doing, Freddie?
Hey,
Freddie, I don't have to. Freddie, I don't have to imagine that, Freddie. That is a reality in my world.
I'm talking about a motorcycle.
Oh, I'm talking about being well equipped.
Well, you are on your head, but now I don't know about the other below the belt. Anyway, I don't understand why you don't like the smoky grays. It will kind of take you back to your dorm room days.
Huh?
Wasn't your dorm kind of smoky, dorm room?
I never smoked in my dorm room. What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you had some Mexican Marlboros.
No, not me, dude.
I know they did when I'm in my dorm room. They not my dorm room.
They smoked
on
in
my
your dorm room?
Huh?
Hey, Steve, have a seat. Guitar's in the back. You want to look at it? Pull it out and look at it, buddy. My brother's here. He just said no. Steve, I'm on the air right now. Are you fired up, focused, and prepared? Yes. All right. How many pounds of pump are you right now? 5 pounds of pump? Okay. Doesn't sound like a lot. Have a seat, buddy. I'm going to finish up my radio show, and then we're going to get on. You go get your guitar. Go ahead.
Summit Blues were really nice yesterday.
I love those Summit Blues, man. They were beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to have Brian Rice on.
Put that in the back, Steve.
Critique them.
Yeah, I thought the Summit Blues were beautiful, man. I mean, I'd go out and get, tomorrow Alumni Hall's having their deal. I'd go get me one of those things. That softball jersey was tight, to quote the great Brian Hartman.
Yeah.
Who made 8675309, Steve? Who? Tommy Two-Tone. You got it.
You and
Steve's sitting.
Going to hang out today?
Oh, yeah. He's sitting right here with me.
Cool.
Finishing the show. We're in the car right now. I picked him up. I told him I would be here at 1:15, and he gets in the car at what time, Freddie? Look at your watch. With this guy, this dude is creature, double feature of habit.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Steve, where are we going? Tell Freddie Jack where we're going.
Richard's house.
We're going to go to Richard's. Where are we going to stop first?
Wawa.
We'll be getting a Wawa.
Soft pretzels.
Yep. And then large Coca-Cola. And then where are we going? What's a pizza place called?
Liberty's Pizza.
And what are you getting there?
Pepperoni pizza.
Thank you very little. My brother Steve just made his radio show debut, Freddie. We're going to stop there. Huh?
Yeah.
Now, are we going to go swimming, Steve? Okay, we're going to the guy's swimming pool. Now we're talking. Depends on the weather, he just said. See that, Freddie? Hey, Steve, you're getting in the swimming pool. You'll swim in the rain. Will you swim in the rain? What? I'm going to put you in the rain. You don't want to go swimming? All right. The sun's going to come out, Steve. Freddie Jack,
you're a good brother.
Tell me this.
You're a good brother,
with a straight,
Tony.
Tell me with a straight face, Freddie, are you a fan of those smoky gray uniforms?
Oh, I'll be honest with you. I don't really care. I do like the Summit Blue.
I love those.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
I love those.
And, the other ones look good, too. So they're doing a great job.
Yep.
Anyway.
Give me a cheap shot. You can cheap shot me. Cheap shot me in front of my brother.
Well, I was going to say, you said you didn't like the old Kentucky shorts with Jamal Maxman wearing them, but I bet you'd like them with Tony Vitello wearing them with the Italian sausage and meatballs on display.
Freddie Jack, you are you're a real idiot. You're out of here. I want to shout out my friends at High Noon. I want to remind you they bring us the High Noon hotline each and every day. My brother Steve's fired up, focused, and prepared. Steve, are you pumped today?
Yes.
Are you jacked up? Are you for it or against it? You got it. All right. High Noon. Time. We're doing our High Noon overtime here. The bottom line is it comes in 14 flavors. Look, the summer's here. Time for us to chill and relax before it gets real. 100 calories, no sugar added, gluten-free. Black cherry and pineapple, absolutely next level. I mean, 14 flavors. As they say in the trade, and that's as many bad takes as I'll have in. How many bad takes, Matt, for me in an hour? What do you think? On the days where I'm really taking. When I get my takesman hat on.
Rapid fire, it's probably 5 or 6.
Easy. Sometimes 5 or 6 in a segment. Right now,
yeah,
kind of laid back
when you
today,
get
man.
Wordy.
Yep. Kind of laid back right now, though. Also want to remind you, High Noon Vodka Iced Tea, 6 refreshing flavors. And if you're feeling adventurous, check out High Noon Tequila. Steve, who made tequila? The Ventures. What year? 1960. 1964. Okay. What record label of Ventures? Downtown Records. Thank you very little. Let's sing it. That's what we're doing right now, y'all. So just so you know, keeping it raw up in here with you. Bri, Matt, do you guys have anything else to add on the way out? Because it's incredible.
All I know is I'm for it.
Steve, Joey Caligieri's listening right now. You want to say hi to Joey?
Hi, Joey.
All right, there you go. Joey gets a shout out. Say hi to Alex. Alex said it's good to hear your voice. Say hi to Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Alex rode around with Steve. And then Bino, do you remember when Bino, remember, he stepped us for lunch. He's supposed to bring you some maps, and he never brought them. Where's Bino's maps? Yeah. Wow, they're in Tennessee. We got to get them from Bino. Yep, Bino, you got to come correct, man. We want our maps. Matt Diskin, thank you. Incredible. I want to shout out everybody. I want to remind you, tomorrow, 8 a.m., the great Beth Parks. I said, Beth, why don't you jump on? She said, Tony, we are blown away, covered up. Doors open tomorrow. The Adidas makeover, she said, is happening right now. 8:30 a.m., doors open. Donuts, giveaways, the stuff that she said is awesome. She said people's minds are going to be blown. She said, I'm doing a shoot today. Can't do it. Beth, I get it. But the love is there. And love is in the air everywhere you turn around. Who made Love is in the Air? Love is in the air everywhere you turn around. Love is in the air everywhere you turn around. Who made it, Steve? Remember? Yeah. You don't remember. Titans Bill's calling me. Yeah, Titans Bill. Hey, Bri, Titans Bill woke me up today. You know what he woke me up at 6 o'clock in the morning? To tell me that Bonnie Tyler passed away.
Oh, wow.
Now, Bonnie Tyler passed away. Steve, what song did Bonnie Tyler sing? Total Eclipse of the Heart. That's exactly right. 1983, Steve said. It's a heart. He also made It's a Heartache. Nothing but a heartache. It's a 70s song. Nothing but a dreamscape. Nothing, something. All right, Brian. Love you. Thanks. Peace, everybody. Peace on the streets.
Listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
T to the B welcoming you in. It is a Wednesday edition. I'm fired up, focused, and prepared today. How about you? Are you pumped? How about my man Sean Sinclair? Is he fired up today? Is he focused and prepared?
Tony, he is relaxed in parts unknown, staring at the Atlantic Ocean.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, Cinco.
Nope.
From your lips to God's ears, and I hope you're having the rest you deserve, and that's a beautiful thing. As I remain in Pennsylvania, where Bob Seger once said, see some old friends, go for the soul. And I've had a chance to do that this week, which is really nice. And Cinco, I was just talking, well, we got a lot to talk about today. Okay. I was talking to the great Gary Sturm, who was a sponsor here. And, of course, he was awakened by Jeker at 2:45 in the morning, R.I.P. Jeker, regarding back in the day when I used to give his number out. Oh, I guess